Hey guys, old Mike checking in. Just driving along. Heading up to a good friend of mine's to go hunting for a bit tonight. It's about a 3-hour drive over here, and we'll hunt for a couple hours and then I'll turn around and head back home. Just wanted to check in, let you know I'm still a-kicking. Cane's getting better. He's got this Lyme disease, comes from ticks, and I keep him on all kinds of tick preventatives and everything, but once that tick bites him, the damage is done. He's already got if the right tick that's carrying the disease bites the dog, he's infected. And I'm telling you, Ehrlichia was bad. This Lyme disease is like Ehrlichia on steroids. It's bad. But the little dog's all heart. He's coming around. He's fast. Spook was probably the fastest dog I ever walked behind on Tree and a Coon. But Cane is, I have to say, he's just a little faster than Spook was. And I hate saying that. Spook was one of my favorite dogs of all time. But this little dog is fast. He was 722 yards in just about 2 minutes, 40 seconds, 38 seconds, something like that, and treed with a coon. So that's where we're at. I'm going up here to hunt with my buddy. He's got 2 pups, one out of Spook and one out of Cane, and eventually we're planning on breeding the female that he's got out of Spook to Cane, which I'm seeing these puppies. I've got Little Misfit and I've got Co. They're 3 months old, not quite 3.5 months old, and they're already interested. They know what a raccoon is and they don't like it. Little Misfit, she hates them. She has no reason to hate a coon other than it being bred into her, but she does not like a raccoon at all. Co, he's showing interest. You know, he knows what they smell like. When he smells one, he automatically turns his head, comes toward the raccoon. So he's figuring it out a little bit, but they're only 3.5 months old. We got Cane qualified for several big tournaments this year, but I think this Lyme disease is going to be taking him out of that. He's not going to be able to hunt in them. I don't know. We'll see how his progress comes along. If I think he's capable, then we'll put him in. But it's hard being a poor boy and trying to chase these competitions. The guys that are winning the big hunts, they either are multimillionaires or they have multimillionaires backing them. You know, I can't afford to drive all over the country here and there, and, you know, 800-900 miles each way to chase a competition. I don't have the means to do that. A lot of these guys that are doing it every weekend, they're not doing it on their own salary. So, but let me turn you around here to see the country we're driving in. It's beautiful country up here. So, and I don't mean to say any disrespect about those dogs. A lot of those guys, they don't train their own dogs. They'll find a really nice young dog. Somebody else has put 1.5 years of time and effort into it, and they'll pay good money for that dog. But they don't generally train them dogs. You know, and I put a lot of time and effort from the time a pup starts till the time I feel like he's capable of winning anywhere you put him, if he's the right dog. Not every dog makes it. You have to have the right dog. You're looking at 300 nights in the woods in a year's time. I mean, that's a lot of time taken away from everything else. But these guys, what they'll do is they'll buy that young dog and they'll put 2 or 3 different handlers on him, and that dog's in the woods 5-6 nights a week. Every week he's in the woods. And most guys like me, I mean, I'm almost 60 years old. I can't hunt 3, 4, or 5 hours a night, 5-6 nights a week. I'm not physically able to. But those dogs, once they get to that point, they're not a pet anymore. Those guys, they're a tool. And I just can't do that with my dogs. I very rarely ever sell a dog that I've put my time into. Now, I will sell puppies, and if I've got a friend that I'm going to put my time in on it, and he wants one of my young dogs before I get attached to him, then we can work out a deal. But I don't generally sell. Once I've had a dog for 1.5 years, 2 years, he'll probably stay at my place till he passes away. So, now I just wanted to give you a little update, see where we're at. Right now, we have the Bear Creek Classic, starts March 9th through the 14th, and that's here in La Plata, Missouri. Then we have the Tournament of Champions, which is coming up. I believe it's also in March, the 20th and 21st maybe. We're qualified for that. I haven't decided if I'm going to send in an entry. And then Spring Super Stakes, we're good to go to that, but it's going to all rely on, I'm not going to push Kane until I believe he's 100% ready, and he's not right now. He looks good on film, but I'm with the dog every night. I can tell when he's getting tired, he's starting to lag a little bit. So he's not 100% yet. He does look pretty good, but he's not 100%. In these competitions, your dog has to be able to tree a coon within 10 minutes of cutting him loose. And Kane's averaging 4 to 6 minutes between trees. He'll get treed, a lot of trees he's treed under 4 minutes, but a 4-minute, I can cut him loose. He can be anywhere he needs to be treed with a coon in 4 minutes. So that's just, he's made for competition, but he's also my buddy. When I go out to feed, the first thing he does is stand up on my chest. He wants some loving, and I have to pet him there, and then I'll feed him. He wants more before he'll eat. We go hunting. He comes out, stands up, puts his feet on the tailgate, put his collar on him. He's not going to get in that dog box till you pet him. You pet him up, tell him, all right, come on. He'll get in the dog box. When I get home from hunting, he comes out of the dog box, he lays his head on my shoulder, and he gets some more petting before he goes to the dog pen. That little dog thrives on attention. The more attention you give him, the better he is. So, but not all dogs are like that. That's just how I am with my dogs. They get, we're buddies. Me and my dogs are. So, but well, I'll get off here. I'm about 15-20 minutes from my buddy's house. I'll drive on in there, and then I'll post some videos later tonight and let you know how we did. Hope y'all are having a good day, good week. So God bless, take care, catch y'all later.